Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's predictions video on the channel, and I'm going to talk all things Road America when it comes to today's NASCAR Cup Series predictions. The reason why this video, of course, is in the predictions is because I'm recording this Sunday morning before I head to Mid-Ohio for the IndyCar race this afternoon, which will take place before the NASCAR Cup Series race is there. So, I will say that there is no live race commentary because I will not be able to make it home before the very start of the race today for the NASCAR Cup Series, but that is why I wanted to give you my full-fledged predictions for today's race, give you guys the best fantasy advice as always. As usual, we're going to start off with the drivers who I don't think are going to run particularly well this weekend. Two drivers specifically who I think will at least finish outside the top 10 and are no-goes for your fantasy lineups. First driver we are going to talk about is going to be Denny Hamlin. Toyota was really slow a couple weeks ago at Sonoma in the last road course race, and they have unloaded with similar speed once again this weekend at Road America. And for Denny Hamlin's sake, he was the only Toyota driver to finish outside the top 10 in both of the first two Cup races this season on road courses with the next-gen car, and being COTA and Sonoma. Back at COTA, he finished in the 18th place position and was definitely off from his teammates in that race, and as well at Sonoma, finishing 31st, the worst of the Joe Gibbs Toyotas. Now, I will say that Denny Hamlin obviously has not had a great season. He's 20th in points as well, so that is probably why he is the least likely of the Joe Gibbs Toyotas to finish particularly well today. You can probably say no thanks to putting any of the other three Toyotas in your, or Joe Gibbs Toyotas, I should say, in your fantasy lineups today, but the reason why I'm sticking with Hamlin are those specific reasons. Hamlin was also very, very slow in practice yesterday compared to his Joe Gibbs teammates. He was slowest of them, 28th in practice, picked it up to 14th in qualifying to get a little bit better track position for the start of today's race, but Hamlin is a no-go for me today. Joey Logano is going to be the next driver on the predictions list to not have a good day. He's noticeably slower than his teammates at Penske on the road courses this season, specifically at COTA, of course, and last week at Sonoma especially. 17th place finish at Sonoma last week, despite his teammates finishing 5th and 6th ahead of him and ran top 10 all day. Logano did not do that. He was pretty much just outside the top 10, about 10th to 15th most of the day, and actually fell back to 17th after the final cycle of green flag pit stops late in the race. Also for Joey Logano, he has not been fast this weekend. 23rd in practice, slowest of the three Penske cars, and 18th in qualifying, and which is a tick above Ryan Blaney, but I still don't think that Joey Logano is going to run well. He finished 15th at Road America last season. It was one of his worst finishes. In fact, I think it was his very worst finish on a road course last season, and obviously we're back at Road America again this year. The Cup Series doesn't have a lot of practice at this racetrack. A lot of the drivers in the Xfinity Series have been running here for years, so the younger drivers probably have an edge over the older drivers for that reason. So Joey Logano is probably a no-go for that. He is not, as far as I know, raced an Xfinity race at Road America, and as far as I know, Cup Series last year, he didn't do particularly well either. Sleeper picks for today, I am going to stick with two drivers who I'm very, very safe picks, but who are very, very safe picks, but also are very, very confident for myself. We're going to start off with Austin Cindric. Cindric, obviously, we know him to be a great road course racer. He's a former Xfinity Series winner at Road America as well, but even this season, in his rookie Cup Series season, he has done a very good job on road courses, in particular 8th place finish at COTA and a 5th place finish with a top 5 2 weeks ago or 2 races ago at Sonoma. He was very fast all the way throughout the weekend at Sonoma as well. No fluke there. Same thing goes for COTA, and he's fast again this weekend. Austin Cindric was 4th in practice, and he also qualified in the top 5, qualifying himself for the 5th place position. I think he's going to be a threat to get some stage points. Obviously, we'll see how the strategy will play out on the stage breaks with the cautions. Maybe he'll stay out, get some stage points. Maybe he won't, but I think he will at least get a top 10 at the end of the day. And another driver who I think is going to get a top 10 at the end of the day is Michael Mcdowell, who also ran very, very well on a road course a couple weeks ago at Sonoma and as well at COTA earlier this season. 13th at COTA earlier this year, but a 3rd, a top 5 at Sonoma a couple weeks ago for Michael Mcdowell. And the thing with Sonoma, he unloaded very, very fast and was basically top 5 of a race car all weekend. He was top 5 in qualifying, he was top 5 in practice, and obviously he stayed in the top 5 the entire race, scored some stage points along the way as well. I do think he's got similar speed to that this weekend, maybe not quite as good as what he was at Sonoma, but he was still 6th in the qualifying session and 8th in practice, so I do think he is still going to have a very good performance today, has great track position. I think he'll run top 10 all day. So Michael McDowell, Austin Cindric are my two sleeper picks. The two must-have picks that you should absolutely have in your lineup today are both the chases. Pretty plain and simple. We're going to start off with Chase Briscoe. Briscoe finished 6th at Road America last season, one of only 5 top 10 finishes for him last year. He was fastest in practice and second in qualifying, so he is just unloaded with great speed. He was very, very good at COTA earlier this season, contended for a win on that final restart before kind of losing control, and ultimately didn't get a great finish. He wasn't as good at Sonoma a couple weeks ago, but it seems like the newer road courses are where Chase Briscoe thrives. The 3 road course races last year that were newer to the Cup Series that are back again this year of Road America, COTA, and the Indianapolis Road Course were the 3 best races for Chase Briscoe last season all the way around, and especially on the road courses, of course. I mentioned that he has track experience, or the younger drivers have track experience at Road America compared to the older Cup guys because of the Xfinity Series racing here for a long while. And I do think that is also a success point to both Austin Cindric and Chase Briscoe for that matter. But Chase Briscoe, I think, has unloaded a little bit quicker than Austin Cindric this weekend. It's very well possible that Cindric can compete for a win as much as Briscoe, if not more, but I am going with Briscoe because it's just that one extra year of experience. For whatever reason, I am feeling Briscoe a little bit more than Cindric, but I still think they're both great starts for your fantasy lineup. Guaranteed top 10. I think he'll have a shot to win the race by race end. Chase Elliott is, of course, the other Chase I was talking about. He had 2 wins on road courses last year, of course, one coming at Road America, the track we are going to be racing at today, and 4th place finish at COTA earlier this season, 8th place at Sonoma a few weeks ago, also won a stage at Sonoma a few weeks ago as well, and he led a lot of laps in the early going to that race. Unfortunately, when he got put back in traffic, he couldn't really make his way through, but I think if he had the clean air, he was definitely going to be one to beat. Pit road blunders as well, maybe bad timing on his pit stop also costed him potential shot to win the race. A good finish nonetheless for Elliott. He has unloaded with great speed this weekend as well. Maybe not that fast in practice, but I think after tinkering around a little bit, they qualified extremely well. Better than anybody else, in fact, as he will be on the pole for today's race. So Chase Elliott is going to be a must-have pick, and honestly, Chase Elliott's my win pick. He won at Nashville last weekend. He's the regular season points leader for a reason. I think Chase Elliott is going to win today's race. That is my prediction. Hopefully, I can get my 3rd race winner predicted correctly this year. Like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Post-race analysis video or of some sort will be out on the channel tomorrow, as well as a race highlight video from Mid-Ohio for the IndyCar Series later on tonight as well. I'll be live streaming NASCAR 21 Ignition tonight at Road America following the Cup race, so stay tuned for that. And that is going to be it for this one. Sorry for a condensed video here, not very long compared to prediction live streams or prediction videos, but I have to get on the road to Mid-Ohio here pretty soon. So thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.